All right, so let's go over how we can start working on avoiding overextending our low back in the golf swing, and that all starts with your setup and your approach to the ball. So when we come into that position, what we really want to do is we're trying to avoid this extension, which causes a ton of compression on the backside of the spine. So we have to learn how to orient our pelvis and how to orient our rib cage. So the first thing is I want you to be able to feel yourself actually creating too much of an arch and then overcorrecting and tucking the tail too much. So this helps us to actually learn how to control the pelvis. So what you can do is you can just take the golf club right here, hold it right across your chest, right across your rib cage, stick your butt out. You'll feel the erectors really working on the backside. Now tuck the tail, and then you can feel those abs really right down by the belt buckle doing some work. Right here, I'm over accentuating the low back working, and then here, over accentuating the abs working. Now I want to find that position right in the middle where my low back slowly starts to let off, and my abs are just starting to engage. Now, this is ultimately the position that I want to start off in my approach to the ball. So now finding that from standing up, we can go ahead, over accentuate the back, slowly let the back relax, feel the abs come on, and now I'm going to push my belt buckle back as I bring my rib cage forward to keep my pelvis and my rib cage stacked right here. So just in this position, now I want to find my belt buckle, that little bit of effort on the abs, send my belt buckle back as I bring my ribs forward and really bend in the hips. Now I am ready to approach my golf swing. All right, so it can be challenging sometimes to really learn how to work on controlling that pelvic positioning when we're setting up in that golf swing. So let's go over some progressions that we can use to really help you be able to apply that to your golf swing. So the first position I really like to start with is right here on hands and knees in our cat-cow to really learn how to feel and control the pelvis and the rib cage. So right here on all fours, hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. We're gonna go ahead and over accentuate the abs by pushing our back up towards the sky. Abs are really working to push ourselves up. And then we can reverse that, have our back really push ourselves down to the ground. First things first, just start working on being able to feel the back doing the work here, the abs working on the front side to push you up. Once you have that feel, now we can go into finding our back doing all the work, slowly push our abdominal wall up, which helps to lengthen the low back. You'll feel that little bit of relaxation on the low back and a slight bit of work occurring in on the front side in the abs. Now here, that allows us to really work on lengthening the spine as long as we can with that even activation on all sides around the spine, front side and back side. From here, now we have that feel, we can come up onto kneeling on both knees and really work on applying that to our golf swing. So once again, we can go accentuating the low back, creating that arch, and then we can tuck our pelvis, really using the abs. Now I'm going to go ahead, find that middle ground where my back starts to relax, my abs start to engage slightly, and then work on our hip hinge. So now to go into that step, I like to take both of my hands, take my pinky, put it right on my belt buckle, and then I'll stack my pinky and my thumb. Now this helps me figure out whether or not I'm able to stay tall and neutral, because as I come back, if I let my pelvis come back first and I go into that extension, my pinky and my thumb are going to separate. Just as, and also if I come forward and my rib cage really leads the movement and my hips don't go back, I'm now going to smash my pinky. So we're gonna come here, really work on keeping pinky and thumb connected, letting the hips go back, driving through the knees to come forward. So you shouldn't really feel like you have to do a ton of work with either the abs or the back. We're really working on trying to isolate that movement around the knees and the hips, staying as tall and long through the entire spine as possible. Now, from here, we can start to apply this to our golf swing. And you can actually use your golf club as a cue. So I'm just going to take the golf club, put it behind my back, and I can go into making a ton of space here between the golf club and my low back, close it just a little until I have that same kind of feeling where my low back starts to relax and the abs start to engage. From here, now I can drop my hips back, drive through the ground and come up. Now with this, the golf club helps us to maintain that cue of not bending from the back where the club comes off of our hips, just like that, letting us drop into that position. And now you can flip the club around, start working on this, just that hip hinge, dropping into there, feeling that little bit of activation, effort in the glutes as we set up for our swing.